As the popularity of 60% keyboards grows, we're starting to see even more options from well-established brands like HyperX. Their latest addition is the HyperX Alloy Origins 60. With robust build quality, a compact layout, and some other nice features for a 60% board, it's shaping up to be a solid choice in the compact keyboard world. So let's dive in and take a closer look at the HyperX Alloy Origins 60. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Hey everyone, I'm Jordan with 9 to 5 Toys, and first off, let's take a look at getting the HyperX Alloy Origins 60 out of the box. Even from when first opening the box, you can tell that the Alloy Origins 60 has a lot of weight to it and feels really solid. Also included in the box, we find a keycap puller, a specially designed topo-style spacebar, and a HyperX branded escape key, a detachable USB Type-C cable, and some literature. Taking a look at the overall design, HyperX has really hit the nail on the head with the design and materials of the Alloy Origins 60. It's super solid and surprisingly heavy, weighing almost 100 grams more than the Drop Alt. Of course, weight doesn't affect performance, but for me, I really enjoy having a hefty keyboard just because it gives me more confidence that it's not going to move around my mousepad while I am gaming. HyperX has put the USB Type-C port on the left side of the keyboard. Some other boards like the Drop Alt have dual USB Type-C ports, which is great because you can put on either left or the right. But I do think if I just had one, I would usually prefer it to be on the left, like the Alloy Origins 60. And on the bottom, the Alloy Origins 60 has two different sets of risers to set the keyboard at the desired angle. One of my favorite features of this design and layout though is where they have placed the function key and then also the arrow keys as that secondary function. To use those arrow keys, the function key is in the bottom right, so it's the first key there, very easy to find, and then the arrow keys are right next to it. For me, who I use arrow keys quite a bit in my daily work, both in navigating, emails and scripts, and then also when editing, having arrow keys that are really easy to find and access there is a huge benefit for me. That's something that kept me from using some other 60% keyboards more in the past and kept me going back to the Drop Alt because you could get a lot more of that functionality just, with a 65% layout, so just a little bit bigger. But having those really easily accessible down there, I think is a great decision on HyperX's part. And I really think that's one of the best layouts that I've seen in a 60% board. For switches, the Alloy Origins 60 is using HyperX's red switches, which are a linear and feel really great. With an actuation force of 45 grams, 1.8mm actuation height, and a 3.8mm total distance, they're pretty light and easy to actuate. But once again, like other linear switches, I find myself accidentally hitting these, if I am holding a corner in a FPS game or something like that. Just linear switches, I find I rest my fingers on them and accidentally actuate them, especially with a light linear switch like the HyperX Red. So these red linear switches aren't going to be my number one choice for gaming, but of course that is personal preference. For typing, I really enjoy the HyperX Red linear switches. They sound great and feel great with a very smooth movement. So here we'll do a quick sound test. Likewise, I think that the stabilizers feel and sound really good on the HyperX Alloy Origins 60. Unlike some other keyboards like the Razer Huntsman Mini, that had quite a bit of rattle to it. There really is no rattle at all. It feels and sounds really solid. So those stabilizers, I don't really hear any rattling. I don't really hear any pinging. To me, I think that they've done a great job with these. HyperX also provides some great double shot PBT keycaps. They have a slight texture to them, but overall are pretty smooth. Printed on the sides are all of the secondary functions, making it easy to find navigation keys like home, page up, and media controls. Also included in the box are a couple of specialty keycaps. A unique topo design spacebar lights up brilliantly with 3 separate RGB zones, while the HyperX Escape key helps to brand the board even more. And of course, as a gaming keyboard, as you can see, the HyperX Alloy Origins 60 has plenty of RGB as well. So it has per key RGB with 5 different dimmable settings to get the right brightness, and then within HyperX's NGenuity software, that's where you can make all the changes to colors and different patterns and everything like that. While not quite as robust as some other software, HyperX's NGenuity allows per key lighting selection and layering of effects. For example, one setup that I enjoyed was a solid teal color mixed with a twilight setting that randomly highlights other keys across the board in different colors. Or you can set it to just one color like orange, which I think has a really nice pattern and a nice look to it. Because the switches are red, the way that the RGB glows, you kind of get a little bit of red color even when you don't have a red selected as an RGB choice. But overall, I think that the lighting looks great. It's really brilliant, really bright. Obviously, even with my studio lighting here, you can see it shining pretty nicely, and everything's really easy to pick up. So overall, wrapping up here, the HyperX Alloy Origins 60 might be one of my favorite 60% layout keyboards that I've tried. It feels solid and sounds great with those red linear switches. But even though I don't typically choose a linear switch, I found myself really enjoying this keyboard because of its build quality and also because of that 60% layout with where the function and arrow keys are. At $100, it is right in line with a lot of other name brand keyboards, but I do really love the premium build and feel of this. The Razer Huntsman Mini comes in at $150 and has quite a bit of rattle to it and feels really lightweight compared to this. I really enjoy the premium build quality and feel and everything that HyperX has put into this keyboard. So I really think that the HyperX Alloy Origins 60 kind of hits above its price point based on the build quality and just the overall sound and feel. And that'll wrap it up for our review of the HyperX Alloy Origins 60. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.